Hello.
My computer froze for a second. What's going on?
I thought I was going solo tonight for a minute, man.
Nah, it froze for a second. What's going on, dude?
Not much, man. What's happening?
Not much. Back on a Wednesday night, ready to shoot the shit.
Yeah, we should have our third partner hopefully soon.
Yeah, definitely.
He's indisposed at the moment.
He's busy. He's got a baby in arms. He couldn't get on right away, but he'll be back soon. For sure.
Yeah, exactly. Pat, what's up, dude?
What up, man?
Janine, what's happening?
What's going on?
Here we are, another Wednesday, and dude, it's fucking cold out, man.
It is freezing, man. I went outside before. My mom was outside on the phone, and I opened the door. I was like, "How are you sitting out here right now? Like,
it's cold. It is fucking
freezing,
cold.
man.
It's really cold, man. Pop, what's happening? Mike, what's up? Yeah, we got some stuff to talk about. We were going to have a guest tonight that has changed. Yes. So you're just gonna have to stare at our two ugly faces the whole time. Sorry.
Majority of the show is just gonna be us two.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we got some news and notes to go over. We can recap the games. Obviously, a pretty crazy wild card weekend.
Yeah, man.
Some unexpected stuff that definitely went on.
For sure. I thought we were going to see a lot of tight games, man. I mean, besides one of them, it was all blowouts.
The Detroit game, that was it. Every other game was pretty much. I mean, the Miami game and Chiefs wasn't exactly a blowout, but I mean,
it just
compared to the other ones.
Yeah, it just seemed a lot further apart on like watching the game.
Yeah, it seemed one-sided. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, again, we should have our other partner here soon. But if not, for now, me and Angelo are gonna kick it off for you guys. So let's get it rolling, dude.
This is Sports of Ages.
All right, let's give another shout out to Gator who put that video together. We haven't given a shout out to Gator in a few weeks.
Guy's a beast, man.
Definitely check out Gator. He knows his shit, man. He's the best.
He makes videos every day for so many people, man.
So many people.
Alex, you got to wait for Steven to get on here, man. You got to clown him.
Yeah.
You know us, we don't give a fuck. Fuck him.
Yeah, it's one of the first things Alex asked me after that game is, yo, man, how's your boy doing?
Just brutal.
Alex, what's happening, man? Long time no see. I just saw Alex at work a little while ago. All right, so let's get into some news here. I mentioned this last week, but I didn't say the date. So baseball pitchers and catchers, February 13th, less than a month away. And that's always a good sign because it's kind of a sign that warm weather's coming.
Yeah.
Even though it's like far away from February, but like,
yeah,
what we're going, like, it's fucking cold, man.
Yanks are there until the end of March, man. They're out in Florida for spring training for a while. So
it's really cold.
It's here, but we still got some time for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it for baseball. Not much to report in hockey. I mean, look, the Rangers are starting to find their stride again. They've won 2 in a row now after a 4-game skid.
Which is huge, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, especially against a team like the Kraken, who, have been on a tear. That was a good win last night. Islanders, unfortunately for Alex and some others that we know, still on a skid, man. They just can't figure it out right now.
So weird, man. They went from really bad to start the year. Then they had like 2 weeks where they couldn't lose.
I know.
And now they're back in the, losing the game in the third period. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. It's a long season, man,
Yeah.
Alex, if this continues, do you see a coaching change going on? Put that in the comments, please. You being the Islanders fan in China.
Third coach in 4 years?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what's his name was there only?
Trotz was there for 4 years, right?
I'm saying he was there only a season ago, though. Last year was their first season without him.
Without him, yeah. So they got rid of him after the 2022 season. And yeah, I would say end of year. I mean, they're not going to – most hockey teams, it's rare when you see them make a change during the year.
It's got to be really bad. It's got to be
epically bad. I'll say this, though. John Tortorella's got the Flyers playing unbelievable right now, man.
Ooh.
Incredible. Yeah.
They look really good for sure.
If this keeps up, he's going to be for the third time, possibly coach of the year again, on 3 different teams too, which would be pretty remarkable.
Say his third team.
Yeah, that would be pretty remarkable. He won it with Columbus. He won it with Tampa. And, again, it's a long season. We got about a week and a half or 2 weeks, I think, to the All-Star break. But right now the Flyers are playing incredible hockey. The Rangers are finding it again. Torts will find a way to get it. You know what? Most likely, Torch style definitely burns out fast.
Yeah.
I'll definitely give you that. But for the most part, I mean, I loved the guy when he was coaching the Rangers. I really did. I thought he did a great job. So, all right. So let's get into some football news here. Obviously, we got some coaching. You know, we talked about a lot of it last week, but the coaching thing is still the big thing right now.
Yeah, for sure, man.
And obviously, we're going to break down the games. We're going to talk about that. But right now, just some stuff. So Jim Harbaugh has interviewed with the Chargers and the Falcons.
I think that's game changing right there, man. I mean, like I said last week, I think Belichick and Harbaugh, those are the two names everyone's keeping an eye on. Once those dominoes fall, the rest are going to fall into place behind them, you know.
I think so.
Everyone's going to want to bring these two in for interviews. How can you not? I mean, Harbaugh has success at both levels. Belichick, resume speaks for itself, man. He's got 6 rings.
For sure.
These guys are looking to get jobs. I mean, from what I'm seeing now too is Pete Carroll he wants to coach, man.
You know, I was reading about that as well. I had something written down here about that. Like he didn't necessarily say that he wants to coach again, but he didn't say he didn't want to coach again. That's for sure.
I mean, from the whole interview I listened to, it kind of made it clear that this was not his decision to leave Seattle.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
Full ready to come back, and he said the non-football people involved made the decision that I wasn't going to be back. So
not football people.
I guarantee someone around here someone's going to hire this guy. If he comes out and says I still want to coach, he'll get interviews right away.
Pop says Pete Carroll to the Jets. Pop, if he made the slightest inkling that he wanted to come to the Jets, I would pack Robert Saleh's bags for him.
I would just bring him on the staff, regardless. Even if I had to keep Saleh and lower Saleh down on the staff, I would bring in Carroll and work with him. Those two defensive minds together, oh my God.
Yeah, I mean,
would be absolutely epic.
Yeah, I mean, look, Pete Carroll is a Hall of Fame coach. We all know that. Now, normally you don't see a lot of coaches that go from coaching a team previously in their career to going back to that team. But it was such a short stint with the Jets. It's basically it's like a fucking movie at this point. Who even fucking remembers it? So Carroll to the Jets would be incredible. It really would. And again, look at Pete Carroll. You look at Belichick. Okay, I don't blame these teams. As good as their resume is, if you want to change and it's time for a change, I'm not going to fault them for that.
It's time, man. It's just you can only hold on to a relationship for so long.
Exactly.
It happens.
But what's the old adage, right? You got to replace them.
You got to replace them, of course.
You got to replace them. You know. So we've seen so many teams where it doesn't work out that well. I.e., the New York Giants after firing Tom Coughlin.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Harbaugh is he's interviewed with the Chargers and the Falcons. I would imagine he's going to interview with the Raiders as well if they're not sold on Pierce, which at this point I think that ship has sailed.
Well, from what I saw, a lot of after Max Crosby came out and said that basically if AP isn't the coach, anything can happen, meaning put me on the trade block.
Yeah.
It seems like they're saying AP is the favorite for the Raiders, but they're still, I mean, with all these names available on the block, how do you not take some interviews? You know, like they're going to try. I'm sure they're going to try to get Belichick. They're going to try to get Vrabel. They're going to try to get Carroll and their Harbaugh. All these guys.
Yeah, somebody
lay out the options. But I mean, at least they're not holding AP hostage. You know, AP's taking his fair share too. He interviewed with the Titans. He interviewed with the Chargers. I mean, this guy's going to get. He's going to get a chance somewhere, even if it's not the Raiders. So
yeah, I would think so. And look, if not, you know, everyone knows that he has the ability to do it.
Oh,
he goes somewhere for another year as a coordinator.
Yeah.
The next year he gets a full-time job. You know, that's not uncommon either. You know.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. I agree.
So Bill Belichick is interviewed for the Atlanta Falcons.
That's an interesting one, man.
I'm assuming he just walks in there with his 6 rings, and they say, "Okay, we'll contact you. We'll be in touch." You know, how does that interview go?
I think Pop meant Belichick to Dallas. I'm missing. I don't know what they do. I mean, it's still early since the loss.
It is.
I don't know, man. I don't know if that's a good fit, honestly. I mean, I want to get Steven's perspective. I don't think Belichick and Jerry Jones would be a good match whatsoever, man. Belichick is going to go into a place that is just right. They have the talent. They're right there. But he's a guy that needs some control, man. And I don't think he's going to want to hang out.
Jones doesn't give anyone control.
With Jerry Jones is the only owner I've ever seen that comes out and has a post-game interview every fucking week.
Every week.
Belichick's not going to stand for that shit.
There's a lot of teams, you especially know this as a Jet fan, you never hear from the owner.
Yeah. You don't
Like,
hear from them. Like this
Yeah.
teams where you don't see the GM. You're not supposed to see
I
the
know.
owner every week. Like
Every week, he's so
too
heavily involved.
man. And I think that's a part of their problem every year. I feel like this guy just gets too involved. It's not even
does.
too much pressure. The guy, he's just always around. And sometimes
And look-
these players need a break.
As much as I like to shit on Dallas, and look, Dallas brings it on themselves because they haven't won a thing in 30 fucking years. But
Yeah.
you know, I still think Jerry Jones is a really good owner, though. He wants to win.
Well, he wants to win more than anything. He just he doesn't have the right recipe, man. The guy is too involved.
And I think, again, I'm hoping Steven does come on so we can talk about this. And if not, we'll get into it when we recap the games. But if I'm them, regardless of who you want to bring in, McCarthy's got to go. I'm pulling the plug. He's got to go.
I think it sucks too. The guy's the first coach to win 12 games in a row, 12 games 3 years in a row. I mean,
yeah, and they're
sucks,
one and done
man.
every single year.
It sucks. I just don't get it, man.
Again, I want to talk to Steven about this too, but Dak Prescott is a very big problem. Okay,
every year in the playoffs, it's the same routine, man.
It's the same shit every single year. This guy chokes in a big game. I mean, this is not even just ripping on him and having fun at this point. This is a problem.
Yeah,
I know his regular season was incredible and all. Dallas Cowboys have a quarterback problem. They need to address the quarterback problem, or bring in a coach that knows how to fix it. But I think Dak is at a point where he's beyond fixable.
It's 8 years in. You can't fix that.
That's it. It's over. Dak Prescott is not going to win you a Super Bowl.
He's not. Yeah, I just don't get it, man. I mean, again, we'll break down the game more with once Steven gets on here. So I'll save for more of my thoughts for that. But it's a very confusing situation, man. The stars are aligned for them year after year, and especially this year, they had a chance to be home 2 weeks in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And they come out, and it just looks like a total different team. The scheme has changed, the play styles, the attitude, the body language. I mean, something is not right there. There's got to be something. Every year coming into the playoffs, it's like the team they don't stick to what they're good at. It's very weird.
It's true. Alex, it's a good comment. Sunday's the day Lamar either becomes Mahomes or Dak Prescott, and that's very true. Because if Lamar comes out and loses this game and has a bad game, his legacy is the fact that he can't win the big one either.
Yeah, I mean, he's
heading in that direction.
He's much earlier than Dak is still, though.
He is, but he also hasn't won shit, you know, and he hasn't had good performances in the playoffs either. So he's he's on the block right now. You know, he's on the clock right now. We'll say that. Yeah. You know, Dallas, I really don't know what, you know, Steven is one of the best fans of a team that I've ever seen in my life because he wasn't even angry. He was just like, he goes, I knew this was coming. I knew it was going to happen. Yeah. You know, and it's got to be to the point where if you're like, if I'm a fan, if you're a fanboy type of fan, we're like, oh, everything's good, everything's positive. Oh, no, Dak's great. He'll be fine. Let's get a new coach. If you're a realistic fan, Dak Prescott's a fucking problem.
It's every year in the playoffs, man. You just can't have a guy
and their defense, for all the shit that, you know, for all the praise on Dan Quinn all year, that defense got torched.
Didn't it happen last year too? I mean,
I know.
I'm telling you, there's something that doesn't add up here.
Because Patrick, I'm going to disagree. I'm sorry, Angela, I didn't mean to cut you off. Cowboys at least put up a fight. That score does not show how much of a blowout that game was. Cowboys were not in that game from the first snap.
No, I mean, the end score definitely made it seem closer. I will agree with Pat a little bit, though. They at least kept coming out on the field on offense.
No, I get that.
And they were still trying to move the ball. It wasn't like they gave up. Like, I mean,
no.
Philly gave up.
But if you if you didn't watch the game and you look at the score of the Cowboy game, you're like, oh my God, what a shootout. No. That was not a shootout. That was a blowout. Yeah. And there was a lot of points at the end in garbage time.
Yeah, no doubt.
Dallas was never in that game. They did not quit. I'll give them that. They definitely didn't quit. But
what's up, Mike?
Yo, Elephant Man, what's happening? The Eagles, on the other hand, wow.
They have an issue, man. They have a clear locker room
with Philly. And here's my problem with Nick Sirianni, okay? Because if I was the owner, I would fire him. I would definitely get him. I would look for a new coach. Now, here's the problem with Sirianni is that when they win, this guy is the most arrogant, boasting, just scumbag and a douchebag to other coaches, to players on the sideline, acting just like a fucking clown. Now, here they are, where they went on an epic slide.
Yep.
after the halfway point of this season and just got smoked. I mean, they got fucking smoked, man.
They
So
got killed.
Mike, I'm going to disagree. Hurts.
Me too.
Look, I'll say this: the turning point I thought in the game that really sealed it was the safety, because they were still technically in that game, and that's on Hurts. I know he was taking pressure. He had multiple times to throw that ball away, and he took a fucking sack in the end zone. You can't do that.
He just tried to make something happen, man. It was too late.
Right.
You know?
But I'm not going to say Hurts is overrated. I think he was beat up all season. I think he tried his best. I think they have a locker room issue, man. Who was their backup?
Mariota.
Yeah, see, I think if they had a better backup, Mariota sucks. If they had a better backup, by the second half, I might have taken Hurts out because he was hurt. He was really banged up.
Dude,
his
been
hand
hurt
was
all
beat
year.
up. Yeah.
He had a rib issue. He had his knee. I mean, dude, the guy came out the first week of the season with a knee brace on. No one said anything, you know? I don't think it's really that, Mike. A.J. Brown is as talented as he is. He's a total douchebag. This guy quit on his fucking team, man.
And wasn't he just at some event the other night in Atlantic City?
Dude, he was at an event in Atlantic City. He hurt his knee against the Giants. And he doesn't even show up to the fucking game, man.
Yeah, I
he
know.
deletes all his
that was messed up.
Eagles shit on social media. Like, he just puts a bad taste in your mouth from a coaching standpoint. He's not a good locker room guy. I think that really fucked with the team. I think the veteran leadership, they're 10-1. They come out, they lose to the Jets in week 5. They're 5 or week 6, they're 5-1. Everything's still good. They go on a 5-game win streak. They're winning close ones. I mean, they beat Miami. They beat the Chiefs. They beat the fucking Bills. Everyone's like, all right, maybe they could still hang. It's just some issues. They get past it. And that's why I'm going to give Sirianni a little bit of a leash here. I can't see you firing a guy the year after you're basically one play away from winning the Super Bowl. I think there was nothing you could do to save this roster, man. Because by the time you're 10-3, it's like, all right, we're still 10-3. We have the division. The Cowboys are like 7-4 or something around there at that point. They were a couple games behind, and everything still looks sweet. But then you have a guy like A.J. Brown starts bitching about not getting the ball. Your offensive line isn't playing as good. Your defensive line is banged up. They're not playing good at all. James Bradbury went from a top 3 corner last year to the worst in the NFL.
They could not tackle. They could not tackle.
I think they were. I think they were just they were a shit show ready to happen, and it happened at the wrong time. They started so high and they just crumbled, man.
But I think going back to your point about they have a locker room problem. Well, I'm sorry, but that's on the head coach. Fix it.
It's hard to fix that though, man. It's with these egos. Like,
that's
what are you going to do out with AJ Brown? If you can't
fix it, then you're not the right coach.
To an extent, though. I mean, there's a lot of guys I don't think are fixing A.J. Brown bitching. He's just a bitch. That's what this guy does. Why do you think Tennessee got rid of him for cheap? Everyone in Tennessee was like, well, we're not going to comment on the reasons he's gone. I mean, it's showing up. The guy had a great year last year. They were in the Super Bowl. He's quiet. They started going through some struggle. They're not winning games. And, he's hurt here. He's talking shit in the media here. He's deleting his stuff. Like, the guy is he's not a good veteran receiver, like a leader. And that's kind of what they needed. I mean, Hurts, Hurts is a great leader. The guy says all the right things. Kelsey, they have Dickerson, they have Fletcher Cox, Brendan Graham. And I think the locker room slipped these guys, man. They had so many player-only meetings and nothing fixed the issue.
No.
I mean, it didn't make sense, man. They came out every week ready to play until the last 3 weeks of the season. They got killed by –
Mike, to your point, I don't think Hurts sniffs the Super Bowl again. Look, realistically – there's probably a good chance they don't. You know how hard it is for a guy to go to the Super Bowl to get back there again? I mean, it's really fucking hard, man.
I mean, I think Burrow is the best in this league. And who knows if he ever gets back, man.
He might.
Look at the fucking warpath he has to go through every year to get there. You have to go through Herbert, Mahomes, Lamar, Allen, fucking Rodgers now in the AFC. All these guys you got to go through. It's fucking it's the hardest.
It's crazy.
It's the hardest sport in the world to get back to your championship.
Yeah,
it's
and look, Mike, I hope they never go to fucking Super Bowl.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
So anyway, just a couple other things. The Giants hired a couple of assistant coaches. They hired their offensive line coach Carmen Brasillo from the Raiders.
Yeah.
They hired Aaron Wellman, who's the executive director of player performance. And this hire I like, Joel Thomas, the running back coach.
From New Orleans, right?
Yeah, 9 years he served as a New Orleans running back coach, and they've had a pretty good running back room.
Yeah, he's been good there, man, no doubt.
I think that's a pretty good hire. And then the last thing I had with news and notes. So I don't think many people are aware of this, but we're gonna break some news a little bit. I think to pretty much everyone that's probably listening on.
Yeah,
here.
let's bring our co-host in here too. We got Steven.
Oh yeah, let's get him on. There he is.
What up, dude?
What up, boys?
What's happening, bro?
What's going on?
No, we got to get back into some Dallas conversation with you because
do we have to?
No, we got some questions, and I want the perspective of a Cowboy fan.
All right.
You came on too soon because your mom was asking why you weren't on, and I was going to say that we fired you, but I kind of ruined that now.
Damn, I'll hop back off.
So a little bit of breaking news right now. We got the inside scoop from a good friend of ours.
Yes.
There's going to be a new professional football league starting in the fall, simply called Major League Football. Now, we don't have much info on this, but there is a website. Angela, if you could put this in the crawl.
Yes.
There's a website out there called MajorLeagueFootball.pro, Pro. The commissioner of this league is Adam McLean. I don't have any background info on Adam whatsoever right now. But you can check out the website. There's already all the cities that teams are going to be in are already listed on the website.
I think there's 22 teams right now.
22 teams. They're targeting a lot of areas, mostly areas that don't have a professional football team.
Cool.
Like I think San Antonio. They're going to put one in Oakland, which they are in talks right now with the, I believe, the mayor and some other people that are in charge of the Oakland Coliseum to have the team play there. So, which would be pretty big, I mean, that's a huge arena. The New York team is going to be, Alex, I will get to that in a minute, actually. I'm glad you brought that up. The New York team is going to be playing at Hofstra University, which would be cool because Hofstra hasn't had a football team in quite a few years now.
They got an awesome stadium, man. It's right
here.
Yeah,
it's a nice stadium. It's a nice field.
I'd totally go and check out a game. Yeah,
absolutely, man. Our good friend Artie Verdi, who, if anyone remembers, back in October we had him on as a guest. He was the equipment manager for the Islanders for quite some time. He was in charge of the Jackpot Bowling event that we all did and hosted. He is a part of this league. He's going to be a vice president. Artie, I do apologize if you're watching because I don't know the exact details of your role with the league, but I know it starts with vice president.
Yeah, and we'll definitely get more details too.
We're going to get more details. We're going to bring Artie on as a guest. We're hoping to get the commissioner Adam on as a guest, possibly. Adam, you're more than welcome to when and if you see this.
Yes,
and we'll be in touch. But it's pretty exciting, man. It's just especially for us being football guys, man. Any other football league,
no doubt.
I'll take a year round, man. So
absolutely.
Yeah, so I know. Oh, also, you can go on YouTube and look up a show called Building It. Okay, it's basically like kind of what we're doing. It's just with Adam, the commissioner of the league. They only had one episode so far. It started that premiered a few days ago. He takes questions. You can put questions. There's a question spot on their website. You can type in any question you want, send it over to him, and he'll answer your questions live on YouTube.
Yes.
So again, it's called Building It. It's on YouTube once a week. They just had one episode. You can look it up. And there was one more thing I had to talk to about that I wanted to mention about this, and now I can't think of it. It's escaping me. But anyway, so it's called Major League Football. Definitely more info to come, and I'm pretty excited for it, man. I think it's going to be, that's what I wanted to bring up. They are having a combine for player tryouts in May. It's going to be after the NFL draft. A couple of weeks after that, they're also hiring coaches, personnel, awesome. Staff, referees, awesome. Basically everything. They're starting from scratch. In the first episode of Building It, he mentioned that, which is very true. We all know this. He said there's a lot of talented football players out there that don't get a shot to go to the pros, or maybe they had their shot and they didn't make it, but they're still young enough and they're still in shape. This is a good opportunity for them,
Absolutely.
So, Alex, to your point, they are working on a streaming contract right now. I can't say that it's Peacock because I have no idea who it's going to be. But there will be, I believe it's going to be available on streaming. Yeah, they're working on that now. Again, this is very new.
Yeah.
We'll be any info that we get, we'll be posting on our page. We'll be talking about it here weekly. So
definitely.
Any questions about it, let us know. and we'll try to get some info for you. But we'll keep you posted. And again, check out MajorLeagueFootball.pro, PRO, and we're excited for it, man.
Absolutely, man. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun. That's all I had for news and notes, just so you guys know. So, Ange, what are you waiting for? Yeah,
get that tryout on, man.
more to come there.
Don't worry about it, Pop. We're already talking. More
to come there.
We're already talking.
Awesome.
Yeah, actually, well, Angelo wants to try out, but I just became a coach of one of the teams, and I already cut him.
Yeah, and you're going to be the coach when I'm on the other team. I'm giving you the double bird before the game.
Yep.
Suspended.
So I don't know if you guys had anything else as far as news. That's all I had.
That's really it, man.
Cool.
We can hop right into, if you guys want, wrap up a little recap of the wild card weekend, man. I mean, I know this is going to hurt Steven a little bit, but we had some games.
Yeah, and Steven, again, I don't know if you were listening or not, but there's a couple of questions I want to ask you about the Cowboys. And I mean it legitimately. I'm not trying to bust balls at all, but
it was an ugly one, boys. It was I don't think we were in it from the first snap. I mean,
I don't think so either. No.
It was I don't even I don't know. I was saying days before, I hope we didn't take them too lightly, but I don't even think it was that we took them too lightly. We just got outplayed, straight up outplayed,
outcoached.
Everything. It was out everything. It was out everything, man.
I mean, I don't know, man. They look like they threw together a group of guys, and it was their first time being coached and first time playing football out there. I mean, I don't know. We're supposed to have a great defense.
Questionable at best, man.
The defense got torched, man.
Stephen Gilmore looked like he never played a snap of football in his entire life.
Showed his age.
I mean, Romeo Dobbs, how wide open can this guy get multiple times? And deep, not even like 5 yards.
Right. I mean, it wasn't like crossing patterns. Like it was like just straight gone, you know?
What was the tight end's name? Musgrave? The guy was sitting there like this, like, hey, I'm wide open. Just I mean –
it's very strange, man. They came out, and again, I've said this to you guys over the weekend. I think they're keeping Dak. Pop, we're going to answer that too. We'll see what Steve thinks.
We're going to get into that too.
Like I'm saying, though, here, it's very strange to me, man. I watch football all year, and you guys know I can break down every little thing of a football game, and I watch the Cowboys all year, man, just especially because we talk about them weekly on here, man. You're a fan. It's fun to rip you sometimes, but it's also fun to give you credit when they're good. And everything they did good throughout the season, they did not do
right out the window
on Sunday. Yeah. They threw it out the fucking window. It makes no sense to me, man.
Angela, we were texting about that. We saw it firsthand when we went to the playoff game versus the Niners. I mean, these guys just whatever's working, they completely toss out the window and they try something completely new. And I just don't understand.
It's like they outsmart themselves, you know, like, oh, we're gonna throw something different at them. No, how about just do what works?
For no reason.
It doesn't make sense, man. They come out. They said a stat. It was like 73% or 74% of their year on defense was 4 down linemen and playing man coverage.
They were in a soft zone all game.
They ran a soft zone the entire game with only one high safety. I don't understand. I mean, Romeo Dobbs caught 4 balls 30 yards downfield, sitting behind the linebackers and safety. No one there.
I don't
These
understand.
guys looked clueless, man. I mean, it looked
no one
like
even
a JV
looking at
team. It made no sense. I'm telling you, there has to be something going on. Dan Quinn, it doesn't make sense the whole year you go having a great defense, a really productive offense, to every year you get in the playoffs and the same mistakes happen. Like, are they being outcoached? Are they outcoaching themselves? Is Jerry Jones too involved and he's pushing for shit? Like, there's got to be something going on here, man.
Honestly, I don't think it's Jones. I really don't. I know he's involved a lot, but I can't see him going the route of changing up things when they constantly lose every year and he's getting the pressure of, you have a Super Bowl team. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean,
it's very weird.
If it's me, I'm cleaning house. And that includes players for me too.
Yes,
I agree.
I've always backed up Dak Prescott, man. I love the guy. I think he's a great regular season quarterback. I think he's a great leader. He's somebody I would want to play for. I think it's time, man. It's been 7-8 years now when we lose in the first round every single year.
Yeah.
And even he, I don't know if you saw his quote after the game where they were asking him about McCarthy's job. And he's like, oh, well, if you're going to put McCarthy up there, you have to put me up there too. Yeah, you goddamn right.
He knows.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
I mean,
it just makes you respect him, man. He knows that they're underperforming every year. Like
I get
he
that,
knows
but-
it's on him too. He said if his job, like you said, if his job is at risk, mine should be too.
Yeah, but they straight up asked him about his performance, and he said he was ass.
Yeah.
That's not what I want to hear. Like that's not.
Well,
what I
No,
want
of course. As a
Come
fan,
on.
yeah, you don't want.
Yeah,
to do that.
you were ass like that. 2 bad interceptions. I mean, they found it in like the end of the third quarter. Too late. You're already down 27
It was too late by then. Yeah,
you're getting mopped already. It doesn't matter.
You know what it is? I would have a different feeling. I think if we've seen them go to 2 NFC championships, lose. They went to 1 Super Bowl, they lost.
Fine, that's fine.
Okay,
yeah.
We're talking first round exits here, year after year, man.
Since 2013, they've had 8 first round or second round exits at that point. I mean,
no, I mean something's got to give there. And
It
look,
just doesn't make sense.
Steven, I said this before you came on. I mean, Jerry Jones, for all the knocking that we want to put on the guy for being too involved, whatever, this guy wants to fucking win, man.
He wants
this
the
guy
Super Bowl
wants
so
to win
bad.
as
So
much,
bad.
if not more, than any owner in football.
Yeah.
And I'm shocked he has not pulled the plug on McCarthy already. I really am.
You know what it is? I think he's feeling out what's left. I mean, I keep hearing the Belichick, the Pete Carrolls, the big names, but
yeah,
I don't know, man. I mean, maybe get a guy like Vrabel in there or something. You know, like I don't know.
I could see it.
Maybe you need a little change of pace here or something, but something's got to give, man, because it's the same shit every year. And you know, like I said, I don't even get excited about making the playoffs anymore because I just know the end result's going to be first round exit every single year. Like
I said that earlier. I was like, you know what? I got to give Steven credit, man, because as a fan, it's like you weren't even angry. You were just like, here we are again. It was just like, you know.
Yeah, it's once it got to like 20, 24, 27, like you're not coming back from that, dude.
No,
like,
it's over. It's over, man.
It's just brutal.
God
I mean,
almighty.
the only beneficial part here is the Eagles got mopped up too, so I don't feel as bad.
Yeah,
So,
and they looked a lot more lifeless than the Cowboys did.
I don't know about you, Mike, but I think I'm to the point. Obviously, it sucks being a Jets fan, but I think I'd rather not watch my team lose 1 extra game every year and be excited that they're doing good through the regular season. I think I'd rather just watch them suck.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like again, last season was an anomaly for me as a Giants fan because I expected the type of season I got this year last year.
Yeah.
So like they gave us so much excitement. They had a playoff game that I felt confident that they could win, and they did. And then we all said it after they won that playoff game, like, well, next week the Eagles are going to fucking smoke them, which is exactly what happened.
And they did, yeah.
But like the season itself was just different. It wasn't like this. The whole season we're winning, but like in the back of your mind, you're like, come in the playoffs, man. You know, we're going to just choke again. You know, like
that's what I'm saying. Like it's nice to make the playoffs, but being in that spot, I mean, you make the playoffs.
No, Janine, I got to agree with him.
You go from like you're rising up, and it comes week 18, and then you're right back at like, fuck, I know what's coming.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather just be 8-9 or 9-8 and miss the playoffs every year and be competitive, give me something to watch and whatever. I'd rather lose every year in week 18 than go one more week and fucking get killed. It's brutal.
See, but now I was also trying to think too. Like I was like after the game, like, all right, say the Cowboys had Baker Mayfield or Jared Goff in that game, right? We still lose that game because our defense was absolutely horrible. Yeah. I don't think the quarterback really changed that game. I mean, we score a little more maybe early on, but they scored 1 touchdown off the 2 picks. It's not like it was 2 pick sixes. It was
the defense looked horrible, man.
The defense, we would have given up those points anyways.
Defense was terrible.
We shoot ourselves with penalties. Man. We get anything positive, it comes right back.
That's
another thing. Dallas didn't even have a bad year with penalties.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
and now in the playoffs, they fucking kill themselves every year.
Remember last year? Last year's playoff game, they had like 14 penalties. I think it was one of the most penalties. And every time we had
that was the game. Was that the game you guys were at?
No, the game we were at, they had. I think it was like they said it was no,
that was
playoff high. It was like 16 because DeMarcus Lawrence had 4.
Yeah, that's right. Lawrence kept getting them, man, one after another. I remember that.
I mean, yeah, I don't know, man.
Pop. It's like a curse for them, man.
I'm just rooting for the Lions now, man. The Lions. I just
fucking Lions.
Yeah, you know what? At this point, it's almost better for us because it's almost like who gives a fuck who wins, man. Our rivals are out; they're gone. You know, like
it's stress-free playoffs for us now.
Just give us good games, man. I just want to see good football, man. That's all. Well, Angelo, you still got a rival going with Buffalo, but you know,
which I think. I think we're gonna have good games though this weekend.
I think so too, man.
We should.
I like the
man.
matchups, man.
We should definitely have
Yeah.
good games, man.
How about the weather in Kansas City and that Miami game? I mean, I can't imagine hitting the ground. What that must have felt like, man.
I can
Holy
imagine
shit.
being hit and then hitting the ground. Like,
Oh man, was it cold? Man, was it fucking
did
cold?
you see the ice in Andy Reid's beard?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
That's
that was
wild.
crazy, man. We had, games look like. I mean, we'll break down some of these games from this past weekend, man. First game was Browns Texans. Wow,
What a game, man! That was probably the best game of the weekend.
holy shit!
Yeah.
If
Nice.
D'Amico Ryans isn't coach of the year, this league is fucking.
Oh my
joke.
god,
An
he
absolute
earned it,
joke.
man.
He,
Yeah, he
earned every second of it. I mean, every analyst to start the year said they're going to be a 5-win team. They'll be right back in a top 5 pick, and they'll be drafting again for next year. And this team comes out, they win 10 games, win their division, and they win a fucking playoff game at
They're
home.
2 games away from the Super Bowl.
They are 2 games away from the Super Bowl,
It's
man.
incredible, man.
Wild.
I mean, and you have a rookie quarterback that is an absolute baller, man.
Oh,
This
kid's
dude
wild,
is
man.
fucking phenomenal.
I know Nakua had a record-breaking rookie season. There's no doubt in my mind. He is the rookie of the year.
It's got to be.
It's
Stroud,
got to
yeah.
be him, man. It's
Yeah.
got to be him.
I mean, what he's accomplished is just it's unbelievable.
He's having arguably the best rookie quarterback season ever.
Maybe ever.
Yeah.
Like ever.
Yeah.
The guy had 25 touchdowns with only like 6 interceptions.
It's
He just
incredible.
looks so confident, man. Like
Yeah.
nothing bothers him. You know,
Yep.
he can
He
make
looks
any
like a
throw.
vet.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter, man.
Pat McAfee tweeted, "This guy looks like he's 34 during the game." He was like, "The guy looks like he's a fucking 10-year vet in the league."
Like a seasoned veteran, man. It's incredible. It really is, man. I'm
He is.
really happy for the kid, man. I am.
And again, Texans defense came out pretty fucking strong as well, man. They looked really good. Really,
Yeah, they
really
did.
Good. They played a great game.
They played really good.
So.
That's right. I don't think Flacco really had that bad of a game, to be honest.
No, it wasn't
Ah,
Flacco.
It
That game
wasn't
was not on
terrible.
Flacco.
I mean, he had a couple picks.
Pick
so, like,
6 back-to-back drives. I mean, the game's on him. It was close until then.
Yeah,
That's
it
him,
was.
man.
Yeah,
looks fucking
I
shitty.
guess.
But I
Like,
mean,
after that, he was horrible.
I mean, he's the main reason they got there, though. The guy was.
Oh, he's
crushed
probably
all
the only
over
reason they
season.
got there.
I mean,
Their defense as well, though. I mean, they had the number 1 home defense in the league and the number 32 away. How does
They
that
got
happen?
they got lit up in the playoffs.
And they
I
got
don't
lit up.
understand.
Stroud picked
Yeah.
them apart, man.
Well, that's
They
why
were-
I put it on the defense as much as I put it on Flacco. The defense
Oh,
was
yeah,
no doubt.
non-existent in that game.
No doubt. They both suck.
yeah. it
Janine, no one does shit with the Jets. Come
was-
on.
He's a bitch.
It's
Fuck
the
that
Jets.
Fuck him. Relax.
Flacco's probably going to retire, I would imagine now, right?
He,
I would. Yeah. I would think
if they
so.
won that game, he's on another team next year. Now that they lost,
Yeah, that's
You're
a
done.
good point. That's a good
You are
point.
fucking-
Yeah.
Yeah.
you shit all over yourself. Your team looked bad. Fuck.
And I mean, it's not like they could stick with him if he won the game because they're stuck with the rape walker.
Yeah.
That sucks. I love that the Texans come out with all of the Browns picks and
I
beat
know.
them with that rapist on the bench.
It's
Fuck
amazing. It's
Fuck
amazing,
Cleveland.
man.
It's crazy.
Fuck them for getting Watson, and credit to Stroud and what they did, man.
Yeah, Stroud's great, man.
He's
I'm
a
so
fucking
happy for that
beast.
kid. I really am.
So after that, next game was Dolphins Chiefs. The Chiefs showed up, man.
yeah.
The Chiefs showed
Yeah.
up. I mean,
I was
Mike,
completely
me-
wrong on that one.
I was
Yeah.
too. I thought Miami was going to win. I really did.
thought Miami was going to take that, man. I thought they had the offense to. I don't know. I guess a cold weather effect.
I'm telling you, the cold.
I like
it-
shit.
The cold, without a doubt. If that
It
game's in
affected
Miami,
them.
Miami probably wins. I mean,
See, I don't want to use that excuse, but like I said to you guys on the show, Tua hasn't won a game under 40 degrees in the NFL. He's 0-7 now. After that
Yeah.
game, they
You
came
can't
out. They
be that
looked,
kind of quarterback.
they
man.
looked
like
flat, man. And you can't just win at home. Like you just can't be that
Like
guy. You know?
you can't be a perfect QB in 70-degree and up
Yeah,
weather.
it
Like,
just it
can't
doesn't
do
work
it.
like that.
Like,
You're not going
you
to
can't
always
do
get a
that.
home game, and they went into Arrowhead. They got beat up, man.
They
And
got beat
yeah.
up. Yeah.
they just looked bad. They got out their offense. They couldn't fucking get a yard in the second half, and they looked horrible.
I know they
Yeah.
couldn't
You
get
have
anything
Tyreek Hill,
going,
and you
man.
can't even get him the ball. The game planning looked off, man. I mean, Tua, you could just see the guy. He didn't want to play. It was
He
just
didn't
clear
want.
as that.
Yeah.
He did not want to be out there in that weather, man. Every throw, he was backing into it, stepping off his back
Yeah.
foot. He just looked out of it. And
No,
what
the
really-
weather the weather totally affected him. Look, again, Angela, you and I were talking about this the other night. I still don't think Miami has a quarterback problem. I'm sorry. They don't.
I don't.
You're talking about a guy that was arguably in the MVP running this year.
I don't know. Same thing like we just said, like Dak, though. Dak had a great regular season. He comes out and does nothing in the playoffs.
No, but I know, but you're talking a track record of 8 years now of Dak doing this, okay? I mean,
but Tua's been in the league for 4 years. He doesn't have a playoff win.
I understand that. I totally get it. But, I mean, how many years has Lamar Jackson been in the league? He's got one playoff win.
One year. He's got one. Yeah. But two of the seasons, he didn't finish out the year.
No, I know that. All I'm saying is you can't say that Tua sucks. Because he doesn't have a one playoff win in 4 years. All right, so add next year. Maybe he gets one. He's the same guy as Lamar.
I don't think he sucks. I think he's kind of Dak, though. I think he's a good regular season guy. I don't think they'll ever win with him, man.
It's on that same tier of
it's on the same tier of shit. I don't think they'll ever win with him. This is what I don't understand. Like, as a football guy, being around football, he got his ass. Like, they got beat. Like, the score didn't show.
Oh yeah,
they weren't in the game from the start. The first thing he does after the game is go to Mahomes and ask him for his fucking jersey.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that.
That's what you're worried about after you just got killed in the cold?
Why would you?
How about go to your fucking teammates, support them because you just the season's over, and you're asking Mahomes for his jersey at the 50?
Plus, it's too cold. Keep your jersey on, man.
Yeah,
and he didn't even give it to him. He already gave it to somebody else.
Yeah, I know.
He's gonna give it to someone else. I'll send you one. Like, are you kidding me? That's what
who did he give it to? Did anyone know?
I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder.
It might have been Tyreek, honestly.
Yeah.
Probably
yeah,
Tyreek.
maybe.
I don't know. He has the same feel to me as Dak, man. It's just regular season. They play great. They look really good. Yeah, I don't know.
The one play that Tyreek got that touchdown on, the moves that Tyreek can make in that little short. I mean,
he's just so fast.
Guys are like surrounding him. He makes two cuts and they don't even know what direction to turn in.
Yeah, that's why I understand how they weren't at least in the game, man. It's just a bad look. You have a guy.
Well,
look,
give the Chiefs credit too. The Chiefs took him out of the game.
Yeah, the Chiefs took him out. They took everyone out, man. They beat up the Dolphins O-line. They were into his face. Defense played really well. Their defense. I know they scored, but their defense is what's making them really good this year. It's not the other way around like it usually is. Their defense is really, really good right now. So, again, a little bit of a whatever game there. We talked about the Packers, Cowboys. We won't torture Steven any much longer here, man. I mean, we broke that down best as we can. Next game after that was Rams-Lions. Best game of the week.
That was the game of the week.
Fucking phenomenal, man.
Was there any part of you guys that was like nervous that like they were gonna blow it, man?
Oh, no doubt.
Well, I was like so torn because like I was obviously pulling for Detroit until I saw the way their fans disrespected Stafford. Then they can go fuck themselves. I actually wanted the Rams to win. That was so shitty. But I was towards the end, I was pulling for Stafford. I wanted the Rams to win. I was like, fuck Detroit. Let the Rams do it, man.
He is fucking phenomenal.
What a game by Matt. I know they lost, but man, Stafford was making throws. Holy shit.
Both of those guys, man. Stafford and Goff were both on the money.
Incredible. They were both incredible.
No turnovers. I mean, throws in tight fucking wind. I mean, they both look phenomenal. The run game, when Kyron Williams went down for the Rams, I knew it was over, man. They couldn't run the ball anymore. And that's when their whole game plan was fucked.
Everything changed.
Yeah. I mean, the Lions, I give Dan Campbell and the whole defense credit, man. They came out. I know Nakua went off for 180, but they held up to his own. No one else did anything on offense. I mean, in a game like that, Stafford's coming home. He's going to light you up somewhere on the stat sheet. It's bound to happen. You know he's going to go for 300, but the fact that you kept them out of the end zone, they looked really good, man. That was a phenomenal fucking game. Absolutely.
Detroit's got to be riding this confidence high, though. I mean,
oh, man. They are. I don't know if you guys saw the interview of all of them in the locker room after the game.
Oh,
but the owner or the GM, Dan Campbell,
right?
and Jared Goff all spoke, and Jared Goff was fucking. I mean, Jared Goff came in from the press conference that he had after the game, and the whole locker room was throwing champagne, chanting Jared Goff while he was walking to the locker room.
I know. Did you hear Campbell's speeches to the game balls?
He's a fucking
incredible.
He's like in the second bowl. He's like, to Jared Goff, you're good enough for Detroit. And the locker room goes nuts.
Yeah, they're totally bought in. Goff is, I'm telling you, man. After I heard him come out last week and say, like I don't talk. I'm not a big media guy, but I'm thinking about why I was sent here. Like they got rid of me. They
For a
still got
reason,
rid of me.
baby.
You know, like
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
pissed, and he's riding high, man. They look really good.
Can we I want to do a schmuck of the week.
Who we schmucking?
All right. Hey,
the
Nora, what's up, girl?
What's up, baby?
How you
Just
doing,
talking
baby?
football. She just wanted to pop in real quick, say hi.
Nora, do you want to hear about the schmuck of the week?
You want to hear Schmuck of the Week?
We got a good one.
Schmuck
Did
of
you
the
guys
Week?
hear the reporter ask Todd Bowles about playing against
we got 3
Detroit,
schmucks of the week. Then.
I know
3
where you're
schmucks.
going with that one, yeah.
3 of them.
how they're going to handle the weather playing against Detroit? They're in a dome. Oh,
They asked. Well, she said, "Are you gonna have? Are you gonna? Is there any way you can prep throughout the week to be prepared to play in bad weather in Detroit?" And he goes, "You do know we play in a dome, right?" And then like it's silent, and he just like kind of rolled his eyes, like, "Oh my god." That's the first schmuck of the week. Second schmuck of the week. Another reporter that asked Mike Tomlin 3 minutes after they lose, "You have 1 year left on your contract. What
I
are you
love
going
what
to do
he
about
did.
it?" He didn't even look. He didn't even say anything. He just got up, turned his body, and walked the fuck out.
walked off. I love
Exactly how it should have been. What a moron. I mean, don't these people understand the dumb shit that you're asking? How stupid you're going to look. Oh,
it. Kind of like the reporter 2 weeks ago asking Daniel Jones if the Giants should draft a quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what in the fuck is that?
I mean, what the fuck?
Do you think the Giants should draft a quarterback at 6? Or are you confident? He's like, I'm pretty confident in my
I
ability.
mean, like, what is he supposed to say? Yes, I totally think they should.
Those kind of questions remind me of when they ask like UFC fighters before matchups. So, how do you feel about this one? You think you're going to win? Yeah. What am I going to say? No, I'm going to go in there, get destroyed. No, this
It's
guy's
unbelievable. It's
this guy's going to
absolutely
cardboard me,
unbelievable.
rear naked, chokehold. You know, yeah, I should be out in like 3 minutes. Like, who's
Yeah.
going to say that?
No, I'm going to come out and kill you. Like, I don't understand. These fucking people are
Oh
unbelievable.
man, dude, I
it's
never
amazing.
understand that.
Yeah. Third schmuck of the week, though, I got to mention Colin Cowherd. This guy somehow still has a platform. I don't understand
He's
it.
been Schmuck of the Week for like years now.
He's just the schmuck of the show, I think. Donna, you're going to love this. He comes out today on his show, and, you know, he loves Rodgers one day, he hates him the next, talking about all the political shit that we don't get into on the show. And he goes, not only is Rodgers not just smart, he doesn't have any football IQ. Really?
Yeah.
Really? The 4-time MVP doesn't have a football IQ.
Yeah.
I mean, where are these people? How do they still have a platform? How is this guy talking?
I don't
I
know,
have
man.
no idea.
Holy
We got to get him
shit.
off, and we got to get him off
Wow.
and get us in.
Breaking news. The Cowboys are keeping Mike McCarthy for the 2024 season.
Are you serious?
Nice. All right, so we're gonna go 11-6 and lose the division and not make the playoffs
Wow.
next year.
Oh my God.
I don't even know what to say.
Wow.
I can't. How do you escape that massacre and keep your job?
That is,
I don't know.
I'm double checking to make sure it is 100%.
Yeah, is that real? Is that real?
Honestly, the only
From
thing
what
I
I'm
can
seeing, yeah.
the only thing I can think of at this point is Prescott pulled some shit where he's saying trade me if McCarthy's leaving and Jerry Jones is blowing Dak. That's the only thing I can think of how he possibly kept the job after that.
He has 1 year left on his contract, and
He is returning. Yeah, it's all over the place.
They plan to keep him and go from there. Wow.
All right, then you know what? He better fucking win the Super Bowl next year, or he's fucking out.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
But what's gonna
Wow.
what is he gonna do that's gonna change anything from them being the team they are now, which we might get worse if we lose Dan Quinn as coordinator? What the hell is gonna change from this to next year?
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
Do they maybe go out and make a move for another quarterback? Do they think that's the major issue? I don't know.
So this is what I got. I got a situation I was going to break down to you guys here, and this guy it could go for two teams. Honestly, this guy is kind of in the similar situation. We just talked about Tua. I think both of these teams, if they wanted to make a quarterback change, I know Mike, you said the Dolphins wouldn't. I don't think they would either. I think they're going to give Tua them a big deal, which I don't know if I agree with making him the highest paid ever either, but. If the Cowboys wanted to get in the mix, a guy I can see that would handle the pressure and be good, you can trade Dak Prescott to the Falcons for their first-round pick because they'll give it up. They'll give it up. You send Dak and a third-rounder for their first, and you sign Kirk Cousins.
That's a good
Kirk
move.
Cousins in Dallas for next year. The guy handles every media, every pressure, and with a defense behind him. For once, if they can keep their defense together, I think Kirk Cousins would be the game changer there.
I like that. The only thing that scares me is his Achilles being a little older. I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
he did just rupture his Achilles. That's true.
Scares, only because he's a little on the older side now. That's the only thing
Yeah,
that
I
scares
still
me
think
about that.
I think he'll be able to come back fine from it, though.
I think he'll be okay.
He's still only
too,
mid 30s, you know.
I'd be okay with that, man.
I think
like
that move
I like
would be-
Cousins. I like Cousins, but
I think the same would be a good move for Miami. You'd say trade Tua to the Falcons. He's in a division that he wins. Tua on that team, they win the division with 12 fucking wins.
Oh, he's
bro.
playing indoors half the season too, man.
with weapons all over, just like Miami.
He'll destroy that division. He'll destroy it.
They'll get a coach like a Belichick or a Vrabel or one of these guys, and he'll be in a perfect situation.
Yeah.
And the Dolphins can sign Kirk Cousins. I don't want it because it's in my division, and I know Mike, you shouldn't want Kirk on the Cowboys. But both of those teams, where I'm telling you, Kirk Cousins with a defense is a scary quarterback in this league, man.
you know what's going to happen, right? Prescott's going to get traded to the Falcons. Belichick's going to be coach. And he's going to win a Super Bowl first year.
Oh my god!
And I'm going to fucking flip.
He'll have a fucking easy way to win a fucking division. That's for sure. We got all these. What's with everyone joining the show when we bring a fucking baby on here?
I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go adopt the fucking family.
Yeah, see? I may be late, but I'm bringing on viewers, boys.
What the fuck?
Can Nora make one more appearance so Sammy can see the baby?
Honey.
We need Nora. She's bringing the viewers.
No one
Get
gives a
your
shit
ass
about
over
sports.
here.
They just want to see the baby.
Back real quick.
Get the kid back over here. Let's go.
Sorry, Miss Nora.
All right, not that we're a sports show or anything, but she's coming back.
Yeah. Don't worry about the sports talk. We'll just
All right,
keep
quick pop in.
quick pop in of Nora. Here you go, Sam.
Oh, Bubby. Here's the Bubby.
All right, listen, all three of us need to have babies with us next week.
I told you,
Our ratings are gonna skyrocket, man.
I'm gonna fucking adopt the kid and bring it on here next week.
So it's funny. She discovered her feet, and she has no idea that like they're connected, and she moves them, and she like when she finds them, she's like, "What the hell is going on?"
That's hilarious.
That's awesome.
That is
right?
awesome.
You find your feet, showing everybody.
Sam, I hope you're still there because Nora's gonna call tonight, man.
Yeah, right?
I'm gonna bring Mello on next week.
There you go.
All right, honey. There you go. Thank you. Nora saving viewers.
That's
Hell
it,
yeah.
man. That's it.
Cute
So,
ass
and
little
Sammy,
baby.
you do realize that this is on YouTube and you can see the baby anytime you want now, right? Anyway. Okay. So, what are we up to right now?
We got 2 games left, so we'll talk about this one and the last one. I mean, we broke down Eagles Bucks a little bit before. Not really much to talk about. Mayfield looked good. Bucks defense looked good. The Eagles are a fucking volcano. They're horrible.
Yep. Dumpster fire.
They're from locker room in and out. They're fucked here, man.
I couldn't be happier for those shitbag fans in Philly, let me tell you.
100%. I don't know if you guys touched on it or not. Do you think AJ Brown's going to be traded? Do you think he's going?
I
think
can see it. I think I can see it.
He wiped his media, right? You said.
I can see it.
You know what?
he wiped
Guys
his
have done that in
knee.
the past and nothing happens, but I think that relationship's broken.
I think
The
he's
fact that he didn't even
It's
show up
broken.
in the game is. It's not like he's waiting for a contract or they did him dirty. The guy, you got hurt. You've sucked the second half of the year. You drop balls, and now you're deleting the media and you're bad mouthing Hurts and all these people. Like you're a fucking dude. No wonder Tennessee got rid of him, man.
You know who pulled that shit years ago? Jeremy Shockey with the Giants.
Oh
I
yeah.
remember that.
The year they won the Super Bowl, the first one against New England, he got hurt the beginning of the year, and he was done. I think he broke his leg or something like that, and he was out for the season. By I don't know, the rest of halfway through the season, he wasn't showing up to games anymore. He didn't even go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And Kevin Boss was their tight end that year and lit it up for them in the
I
playoffs.
actually like Kevin Boss. I'm not a Giants fan, obviously, but he's actually pretty good.
Yeah, but Shockey was that type of guy too. He was a douche, you know. So
yeah.
Oh, more breaking news on the show. Eagles are keeping Nick Sirianni, and they both offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator plan to leave, and they are already reaching out to some of the top offensive and defensive coordinator candidates to come into Philly.
I didn't expect Philly coach to be fired, though. Honestly,
Me either.
I didn't expect it. I thought they should, though. I would have. If I was running the team, I would have fired him.
Oh, it's so hard to fire a guy after being in the Super Bowl last year, man.
You were in the Super Bowl, and you didn't really have. I mean, you lost the division, but I don't know. I mean, I guess things were trending bad for them at the end of the season. But
here's the thing, right? They lost their offensive and defensive coordinator going into this year, right?
Yeah.
So they have an epic collapse, look like dog shit the second half of the season, get killed in the playoff game. Are you a good head coach? Or do you have really good assistants? And you lost the locker room arguably this year too.
Yeah.
So they had arguably the same fucking roster that they had last year.
No, they lost a decent amount, honestly. On defense, they lost a lot.
On defense, a little bit. Okay, I'll give them that. But, I mean, offensively, that team was horrible the second half of the season. They couldn't put up points against the Giants.
They were brutal.
Yeah, I mean,
they were
I mean,
bad, man.
I guess it's tough, though, because you still had a winning record. You still made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look, you can make the argument to keep him. I think you can also make the argument to get rid of him. I think you can flip-flop either way, you know?
I agree with that, man. I agree with that.
Yeah.
All right. So last game here was the Steelers going to Buffalo. Buffalo, I mean, the Steelers, they'll always hang around, man.
They did. They hung tough, man.
They hung tough,
expected,
man.
yeah.
The score, of course, they ran away with it a little bit at the end. Buffalo is probably the hottest team now that the Rams are out. Them and the Packers, I think, are playing.
Them in Green Bay, yeah.
They're playing really good ball. Buffalo looked good. Josh Allen's running 50 yards down the field, and people are throwing snow into the air. I mean, that was one of the craziest football environments I've seen in my life.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts.
You had Steelers. The fans were digging out their sheets to start the game.
I know.
I mean, you had guys laying in snow, people throwing snowballs in the air. I mean,
it was crazy.
It looks fucking awesome. Like, if that was a Giant game, I would have been in this fucking stands going ape shit. Awesome.
That was pretty wild. So, Sam, we'll set something up, baby. Don't worry. We're gonna set something up soon.
You know where we live, man. We're always out.
I don't think Sammy knows where you live.
Yeah, she's been here now.
Yeah, I think
Sammy's never been over there.
I thought we had barbecues and stuff. She didn't come?
No, Sammy's definitely been there.
Sammy, were you at Stephen and Jordan's house? I don't remember.
Yeah,
yeah. I think you're right.
Awesome.
I think you're right.
Yeah, she was there.
Either way, we don't go anywhere, so.
that was a game. I mean, I kind of saw that outcome coming. I didn't think the Steelers really had a chance, especially without TJ Watt. Bills look good, man. I think they're going to be a tough out, especially at home now. And that crowd is.
I've seen other people again the night of that game and the day after, names I won't mention on Facebook that they're Steelers fans and they hate Tomlin. They want him fired.
I don't think they should hate him
with fucking Mason Rudolph.
I don't think they should want him fired. But I understand where they're coming from. Where how many years in a row are we going to go 9 and 10 wins, just get into the playoffs and lose? Because it's kind of the same shit as Dallas. I mean, maybe they don't have the same expectations. They're not America's team. They're not talked about as much as they used to be without Big Ben. But I mean,
they haven't had nearly the roster as Dallas has had.
I was about to say that's more on management than coaching because they have to give them the tools. You got to draft right. You got to money. You know?
They draft, but the guys just they get talented guys, but they just never end up working out. It's every year. It's every they get look at George Pickens. Pickens had a great second half, but he's a shithead. He's fucking throwing shit on the sideline. Yeah. Every receiver they bring in is a head case.
Right. His frustration was right because he was held massively on that fucking play, man. That was ridiculous, man.
Oh, yeah. The refs were bad all weekend, man, for every game. It was
there was something about Steelers wide receivers, right? Martavis Bryant, Antonio Brown.
Yeah, Antonio Brown, Juju Smith, Deontay Johnson, Pickens. I mean, all these guys, they're uber talented. They have one good year. The next year, they're shitheads. Claypool, another one, gone.
Claypool, yeah. I think there's also a large part of that fan base that does not realize how good they have it with Mike Tomlin as their head coach, man.
Of course not.
Let somebody else go in and see what happens.
Yeah, because find me a coach right now that since the year Tomlin got hired that's been with the same team and has not had a losing record. Oh, no, they don't exist because he's the only one. You know, I mean,
very true.
Think about how much of that Antonio Brown, Roethlisberger crap he held together without people knowing Antonio Brown was a basket case. You know?
No, I know. It's so true.
Nobody had any idea.
Kenny, what's up, brother?
What's up, man?
Kenny's gonna want to come on and talk some Ranger hockey one of these nights too. So we're gonna have Kenny on as a guest.
Definitely. Nice. Let's do it.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Kenny's the man. Ken, I miss you, brother. Hope all is well, man.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely get him on here, bro.
Yeah.
To hop into
let's do our picks, man. We'll wrap up the show with our picks, man. Let's do it.
Yeah, picks, and we got some trivia too. Steven's got some trivia for us, man. So
yes, sir.
We'll make these a little on the faster side as we get to it. All right.
Yeah.
So, Steven, you got the breakdowns?
I do, yeah. We'll start up first game we got Saturday, 4:30. We got Texans Ravens, and Baltimore's favored by 9 points in this game.
Ravens.
I don't know, man.
If I was betting with spreads, I would take the Texans because I think it's going to be a close game. I got to take Ravens to win.
Yeah, I'm going to go Ravens here. I think Ravens stay hot. They're getting Mark Andrews back, which is just fucking insane.
Yeah.
The way Isaiah Likely's been playing and the receivers have stepped up. I mean,
Likely's been great, man.
Likely's been fucking phenomenal. And now you're getting Andrews back. You can run 2 tight end sets, both of them running routes and blocking.
It's going to be a tough one, man.
Flowers and OBJ, Bateman, they all look real good. Their run game is really good lately. I'm taking Ravens. I think score, I'm going to go 31-24.
I got Ravens 33-27. I think it's a high score.
I'll go Ravens 34-24.
24.
Nice.
Awesome.
Next one, we got Packers, Niners. San Fran's favored by 9 in this one also.
Big spreads, wow.
Wow, that's a big spread, man.
I know they beat us up, but I don't think this one's even close. I got 38-17 Niners. I think Niners beat them up, man.
Beat them up. Yeah, I'm going to say I'm definitely going Niners here. I'm going to go I'm going to say 37-27, but Packers get some points at the end, field goal and touchdown and make it look closer. I think Niners beat them up here.
I'm going to go 28-21 Niners.
Okay.
Yeah. God, I hope the Packers can upset them. That'll just be so cool, man.
I mean, you never know, man. I mean, not to we played like shit, but I mean, Green Bay looked really good too, man. I mean,
yeah,
Jordan
give
Love
them
is playing
credit
great.
here.
They're a well-coached team, man. They're a well-coached team.
They are.
Healthy Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is on fire. I mean, you never know. But next game, we're into our Sunday, 3:00. We got Bucks Lions. Detroit's favored by 6.5 here.
Wow.
I'm really torn on this game right now.
I'm riding the Detroit train, man.
I'm gonna
too. Yeah.
I gotta go Lions, man. I think this might be a game where, again, I know Goff played phenomenal this week, but I think this is a game where Goff comes out and drops his nuts, man, and fucking.
I hope so.
He really shows like this is it. We're going, man, because Detroit is surrounding him. I mean, Detroit hasn't had this many famous people in Detroit since the famous people fucking left.
Right.
So everyone's back there. I mean, Eminem's ass hasn't been back in Detroit. He's back there. He's singing "Lose Yourself" at halftime. These guys are fucking.
I think this game's going to be more defensive than offensive, though. I really think it's going to be a tough battle. I'm going to go 24-20.
It's a close one. I'm going to go 27-17. Lions win.
Yeah, 23-20 Lions. Close one.
Okay.
And then that brings us to our Sunday afternoon game. Chiefs Bills.
I wish we were going to this game. It'd be so fucking cool. They got.
You guys want to go? You guys want to? Come on, Steven. You can make it happen.
Dude,
the weather actually weren't that bad.
They're under $200 right now.
Yeah, Joel, we were talking about. I know we were talking about
under $200.
It's Sunday night.
Sunday 6:30.
Yeah.
Sunday 6:30. All right, so we'd have to either go Saturday night and stay over, or just leave early Sunday.
Leave really early.
But we're gonna need a hotel. We ain't going nowhere after that game.
Dude, the weather is going to be berserk for this game again. They're saying Buffalo is going to get over 3 feet of snow throughout the week.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be insane. The fans are probably at the stadium with their shovels right now, just waiting.
And they said the start time is going to be -4 degrees temperature.
Oh, brutal.
But they said not very windy, which is good for the quarterbacks, man. They'll both be
that'll help. That'll help. Because a lot of these guys, the cold really doesn't bother them. They don't give a shit. A lot of these guys.
These two fucking guys, they don't give a fuck.
No, they don't.
These two are both playing this game.
Mahomes just played a -17, whatever the fuck it was.
And fucking Allen was just playing 2 with wind, and these guys don't give a fuck.
Allen played college in Wyoming.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, I don't think he gives a shit, man.
Fucking guy was riding horseback to get to the stadium. Come on, he don't.
Yeah.
For score though, I had 31-30 Bills. I think they win.
Wow! All right, we're going shootout.
I think they win last second field goal. I think they win.
I like that. I like that one a lot.
All right.
I think I might have to ride that. I'm going Bills. I like that score, man. 31-30. That's a good one.
I'm going Chiefs, 31-27.
31-27.
Are you going KC?
Yep.
I don't know, man.
I think being in Buffalo is a big advantage because they, this is a huge rivalry by this point. I mean,
it's every year they're playing each other.
Every year, and this is the first one in Buffalo, so I know that leans their way. I don't know, man. They got to prove me wrong. Buffalo's got to prove me wrong.
I could definitely see this being another game where like the refs kind of screw the Bills though too.
Oh, I'm highly anticipating that.
I don't know.
I see it happening.
I think I'm going to watch this fucking game on mute, though. Do you know who's calling it?
Romo and Nance.
Oh, between the two of them, it's going to be like this, going back and forth between Allen and Mahomes, like this all game. I don't want to listen to this, man. I don't want to fucking listen to this guy.
It's true. It's true.
Dude, it's God. But both of these teams with the refs, man. You know what? It's not even going to matter because the refs aren't going to know who to fucking choose.
That's true. Because when they're in Buffalo, nobody gets more favors than Buffalo in Buffalo, man. It's crazy.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's the same shit on fucking when you go to KC or when you went to fucking Lambeau at Rodgers or you went to fucking New England with Brady. These fucking guys, they get the calls every fucking game at home. Every time they're at home.
Every time.
So it's going to be good that the Chiefs are on the road. I have to watch my rival and the fucking team I hate. I hope the stadium collapses. But if it doesn't, I'm going Bills here. You know what? I hope the Bills win so that I hope they win a close one. They squeak it out. They have a little bit of confidence, and then they go to Baltimore on the road next week next week and get fucking destroyed, and they're miserable. Oh, that would be great.
I think either one of these teams is going to beat Baltimore anyway. But
yeah, you do. Oh, I know. I think Baltimore's got a one-way ticket now, man.
So wait, Baltimore, no matter what, has home field, right? If they win, it goes through Baltimore. All right. Yeah. I mean, that helps them a little bit, but I mean, I think if I'm Baltimore, I'd rather Buffalo. I think than.
See, I don't know. I think they would match up better with KC, man. I think
if Buffalo wins this game, though, as hot as they've been, I don't think anyone's going to want to see Buffalo.
No, definitely not. Like the Chiefs, if they win the game, they're the Chiefs in the playoffs. They win games. Like they're not really hot. They're just winning games. If Buffalo wins this game, this is 8 in a row now. I think.
Yeah,
this will be 8 in a row. They won the last 6 of the season and this week.
And especially if Buffalo wins it convincingly, like if it's like 27-10 or something like that,
Yeah. Oh
like that's God. You don't want to see that.
That would be pretty crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna be fucking brutal, man. Why couldn't the Jets draft this fucking guy? Fuck this, man. I'm fucking
and he just leaves.
Yeah.
I'm fucking disgusted.
Oh
man. That was the quickest exit. That's the fastest exit I've seen since Rodgers started the season.
Yeah. It's all right. No problem. It's going to be the quickest voided contract Daniel Jones ever is going to see in his life.
Yeah. They didn't get voided, I'll tell you that. He's still getting $35 million this year, fucker.
When they draft Caleb Williams first pick.
God, that'll be the biggest mistake ever.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to crack the fuck up.
That will be the biggest fucking mistake ever. You know what? I'm going to say it right now. I'm going to guarantee it right now. It's not going to happen. The Giants will not trade up to draft Caleb Williams. They won't do it. It's not a Giants move, man. It's not going to happen.
Joe Shane is an original Giants guy, though, man.
That's all right. That's all right. He still has to answer to John Mara. And I'm telling you right now, they're not moving up in the draft, especially to draft him. No fucking way.
I don't know, man. Shane was at every single one of his games, dude.
No, I know. I get it.
Shane likes him, man. I don't know. I think if they trade up, I think they're going Williams or
Janine, let's see how many more different ways you can try to say something about Daniel Jones. I'm just wondering. Yeah. He's still better than any quarterback you had on the roster this year. Just saying.
Relax.
I'm sorry. Except for the guy that you had for about 4 plays. I'm sorry.
That's all right. 4 plays, you had better stats than Jones. It's crazy.
That's all right. You guys haven't been in the playoffs in 13 fucking years. So talk to me when you guys actually make the playoffs, okay?
I can't roast the Giants on that one, but the Jets haven't made it in 13 years and still have more playoffs wins since 2000 than the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah. Well,
you know what,
and the Dolphins put together, actually, so fuck both of them.
We got more rings than both of you, so.
That is true. That is true. On that one, neither of us can back in.
Oh, my God.
All right, let's get into trivia. I didn't even realize.
Yeah. What kind of trivia you got, man?
Jeez, man.
I got a couple. I guess a couple Super Bowl ones here. One of them was actually really interesting. I never thought of before, and the answer is actually pretty interesting too. So,
okay.
We'll start with number 1. What team has the most Super Bowl losses, and how many?
Most Super Bowl losses.
I'll actually give you a hint. It's a tie between two teams, so it's a
Man, I feel like I know this.
hard answer here.
I want to say Buffalo.
Buffalo is close, but not the answer.
Buffalo has 4 losses, I think.
They didn't have 4 in a row.
Well, it's 4 in a row, actually. Yeah.
Dude, that is like historically bad. Like that is very bad.
No.
Minnesota?
Not Minnesota. Nope.
Fuck, I don't know.
Is it Pittsburgh?
Nope.
All right, hold
Not
on.
Miami. Nope.
Shit, I don't know. I'm trying to think. It's not the Giants, Cowboys, Eagles.
Wait a minute. Is it New England?
New England is one of them.
Yeah.
They have 5.
They have 5.
losses.
5, yeah. That's kind of
That's the answer.
That's
It's
right.
5 losses. But
Yeah, I
one
knew.
other team-
Yeah, New England was 1.
There's one other team that has equal losses.
Denver?
Denver. Yep, the Broncos.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Boom.
There you go.
There you go. Good one.
Yeah, I didn't realize they had that many losses. That's wild. I didn't know
I mean,
that.
they had 3 just since 2000. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty wild when you think about it. Yeah.
Second one. What city has held the most Super Bowls?
Most, I want to say either
Miami.
Yeah, I was going to say Miami or New Orleans.
It's Miami with 11. Yep.
11. Wow.
Boom.
11 times.
He's on
Holy
fire.
shit.
11 times.
Wow.
11 times. You know how much money came into that city? Those
Oh,
11
yeah.
times. Holy
Well,
shit.
I think going forward, that's going to be SoFi, man. They spend so much
Yeah.
money on that stadium. They're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be,
It's going to be
They're
SoFi
gonna be
in
hosted
Vegas.
forever.
They're going back
And
forth.
Allegiant also.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
They'll be in Vegas and that fucking SoFi all the time.
So
Yeah.
the last one, you have to really listen to the question. So it says, what college produced the most Super Bowl quarterbacks? Not Super Bowl winning, Super Bowl quarterbacks.
Oh, this is a tough one, man.
I had no idea on this one. I had no idea.
Is it like a known college or is it like some
It is.
bizarre, like,
No, it's a known college.
Is it a more recent school? Like, did any of the quarterbacks play like anytime recent or no?
Two of them, I would say, somewhat recent.
Okay.
Recent.
No, not Oklahoma. They produce a lot of talent, but not Super Bowl.
We'll put it
and
this way.
Alabama's too obvious of an answer. It can't be
Yes, no.
Alabama.
So the 2 recent ones were within the last 10 years.
Oh wow,
It's
okay.
not-
So,
That old. It's not Oklahoma. Nope.
USC?
Nope.
no. Brady played at Michigan, not Michigan. Hurts. I'm trying to think of where all these guys played here. Goff,
This is one of those where you have to kind of know your college football a little bit.
Yeah. Notre Dame?
Not Notre Dame.
That would have been a good answer. Is it Cal? Berkeley?
It's Cal, yeah.
Because Goff and Rodgers both went there.
Goff and Rodgers.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's no
Okay, that's a
cap.
good one.
That is a
Cap.
good one.
Craig Morton and Vince Ferragamo. I can pronounce that right.
I don't know those fuckers.
That
but I
was
know Goff
72
and Rodgers.
for the Bears, and then Rodgers and then Goff was the most recent.
Goff. Wow. That's
Yeah,
a good
Cal.
one.
I would have never thought Cal.
That's a-
I would have never like.
I remember when you said they were recent. I just started thinking from like the last couple. I know Goff
Well-
and Rodgers are the only 2 that played at the same school.
Well, that's why I'm saying you got to listen to the question too, because
Yeah.
it's not the Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. It's just who had the most.
So when yeah,
quarterback,
Goff
you
was
know.
there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it
Isn't
was
that
Cal,
crazy
though.
that Goff could
Now,
go to his second
Rodgers-
Super Bowl?
Rodgers only went to 1, though, right?
Yeah, he only went
Yeah,
to one.
he went to 1.
So,
Yeah, it was just they came.
How
from
many
that
quarterbacks
college.
from that school?
From that
Right, from that
college
school
made it
to
the Super Bowl.
to
Yeah.
the Super Bowl. Yeah. So, I mean, what other big name quarterbacks do we know
From Cal or
from
just,
Cal?
I mean, the most notable ones are,
Yeah.
are Rodgers and
Yeah, I
Goff.
guess those are the most notable ones. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow. That's an interesting question.
there was a couple Alabamas. You know, your bigger schools that you think of. There was a couple, but
Yeah, they're going to be in there
They have
either
the
way,
most.
right? Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
of
they
course.
always have.
Yeah, I thought it was an interesting answer. I would have never thought like when you get asked that question, you wouldn't think Cal. You know,
When you start thinking all those big name quarterbacks and stuff, like, they must have produced like 17 quarterbacks that went to Super Bowls. You know,
exactly. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Cal has had 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 15 quarterbacks in the NFL. That's it. and they have the most that have made a Super Bowl. That's crazy.
Yeah, so a third of them made.
Wow, that's
crazy.
Nuts, man.
That's pretty fucking impressive.
Yeah,
you look up USC quarterbacks that have made the NFL, and there's like 50.
Yeah,
Yeah, and how many of them are ass though?
I don't think any of them made a Super Bowl.
yeah. Patrick actually got it right. Wow. All right.
Yeah,
What
that's
else?
all I have though.
That
I just
it?
had 3. I just had 3 for this week. I'll probably have a 3 or 4 each week. going
Yeah,
forward.
awesome. Man.
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then as we get closer to more and more Super Bowl questions, man, that's the best part about it.
Yeah,
There's so many different weird questions you can come up with too, man.
It really is. Yeah.
How many teams have letters in their logo? Really think about it. Letters in their logo.
That's an interesting one too. Where like I think there was like 2. I think it was like 2 teams that have like fire in their logo, and I had to really think about it.
Shit, I'd have to really think for that one.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
A letter, the Jets,
Giants, Chicago,
Washington, Chicago,
Denver, right?
Denver.
Oh yeah, that is a D. Yeah.
Fuck, I gotta start thinking. Packers, right? They have the G.
Packers have a G.
I lost count already, but I'm just gonna start naming them.
I'm going like division by division here.
Not
no.
Miami, no.
Rams,
Buffalo,
right?
no.
LA.
Yeah, LA. They have the Rams.
Yeah.
The old school one didn't. They just had the Ram, but now
They just had the Ram. Yeah.
Oh, their
So
old
the
school jerseys are so cool. Man.
You said the Niners already? San Fran.
San Fran.
I lost count. I have no idea.
I lost count, but I'm still trying to think. I'm just trying to see what this is.
The Falcons, right? Isn't the Falcons technically an F in the shape of a bird? Like it's got the bird, but it's an F on the side of their helmet.
I think they have an alternate helmet too, where they have the ATL.
Oh yeah, that's right. They have the black one has the ATL on it.
Yeah. So Atlanta,
Baltimore. I think they have a B right on the bird.
Do they have a B on the bird?
I think so. B on the bird.
I don't know.
Raiders. Chiefs.
Yeah.
Steelers.
There's a B in the bird, without a doubt.
Has one hidden.
Yeah, so it probably has to be. I would probably say what Janine said, 12.
One of the team has a hidden one.
Fuck, I don't know. Pat, you're fucking us up here, man.
Oh man, what other one has a hidden one?
I don't fucking know. Did we say it already?
Yeah, Pat, we didn't say it already, right?
Is it Tennessee? Is it Titans?
What the hell is the Titans logo?
I don't know. Let me look. Let's see. Let's see if I can find it.
I don't even know why can't I think of what the hell their logo is?
Oh, they have the flame with the T in it.
Yeah.
With a T in it.
Yeah. Eagles
has the hidden E. Really?
What the fuck? Where? I'm looking at it right now. I don't see no fucking E, Pat. You fucking with us?
Hold on.
We're about to be on here for an extra 20 minutes trying to find an E in a fucking eagle.
All right, let me dissect this thing here. I
don't know.
Eagles
I'm saying 12. I don't fucking know.
Well, you know what? I see what he means, though. If you look at the back feathers of the logo, is that technically supposed to be an E?
I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. Well, going back to what I said before, the one with fire, they said it's Tennessee, and apparently the other one is Miami. The orange in the Miami logo is apparently fire.
Really?
I don't think so, but that's apparently true. It's supposed to be like an explosion behind. I don't know.
That's an interesting one right there.
I just Googled about the Eagles, and there's a whole breakdown of pictures. They say, yeah, that is an E.
Wow. That's
and
weird.
the Dolphins one, that's a thing. That's a fire, like a ring. The ring is
supposed to be an
fire.
explosion, like the going out.
E.
I guess.
Eliminated.
Yeah.
Right.
Change the colors of the uniform in the last 2 years. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, it's probably a lot. I mean, the full color. I mean, they've had new jerseys.
It's probably like 6.
Yeah, at least I would say at least 6 or 7.
Yeah. New England's was not that long ago. They changed kind of the look of theirs.
I don't know if you guys are going to be able to read that, but that's Skip Bayless. It starts with an N. You can see a bunch of
is that about McCarthy coming back?
Yeah. Jerry Jones just released a statement, but it's way too long to even read on here right now.
Yeah, well, it's probably a whole explanation as to why he's keeping him. It's probably really long.
I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to hear it. I just don't care.
Oh, you know what? I forgot about Washington. Washington just has a W now in their helmet. That's
I said Washington.
Oh, did you say them? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
All
right. Well, I think that wraps it up.
Yeah.
Another good show, boys. We'll be back next week.
Thank you, Nora, for getting us more viewers. We appreciate that.
Absolutely. Hopefully,
I'll pass it along.
Next week we can talk about 4 good down to the wire games, man.
Yeah,
this is the week usually, these divisional games, man. Here we go.
You usually don't see a blowout. I can see 1 or 2 maybe popping up, but I mean, at least if we get 2 good games out of the 4, half of them be tight to the wire. I'll be happy with that for sure.
Yeah, Anthony, he definitely got hurt against the Giants in the last week because I was watching the game and he went down. He was hurt. He went into the tent and he left. As far as this coming week,
I think it's more of the story.
I think there's a lot more to that story, without a doubt. Yeah. There she is. There she is.
I heard you talking about me.
She's the best guest we ever have, man.
You ready for bed?
Yeah, so is Uncle Mike, honey. Don't worry. All right. Well, listen, thanks all for watching. Thanks for all the interaction. We appreciate it. Next Wednesday, we'll have a lot more to talk about after the divisional round. So next Wednesday, 7:00. And again, go to majorleaguefootball.pro to check out that new football league, and we'll have more to share next week.
Yep.
So, gentlemen, have a good night, and we'll see you next week, man.
Facebook, YouTube, X, Instagram. Check us out. Give us a share, like, subscribe, do whatever you can. Check us out. All right.
Sports of Ages, baby.
We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.